I'm a 26-year-old barber. I charge $100 a haircut. I make about $10K a month, but I don't think I want to cut hair forever. Honestly, I just paid taxes, and paying all that at once was a tough deal, and I know I can split it up quarterly, and that's what I'm gonna start doing going forward, but it wasn't fun to do. You know, and then you gotta go get your own health insurance. There's a lot of stuff that comes with being your own business owner that doesn't get talked about at first. And of course, you know what I'm saying, what I'm making now, of course, it's worth it for everything that I have to do behind it. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, it is a much more difficult lifestyle than, you know, just getting a pretty good job. So that going in, that's what I've something I've realized about the career over the last, 2 or 3 years. And I'm in a position right now where I'm thinking, am I gonna go ahead and shift? Am I gonna make a shift here? Or am I going to systemize what I've figured out so far and see what other systems I can apply to hopefully, make this an easier job to be in? Because it feels more like a job than a business at this point. But make this a better and easier business model to operate, and see if I can, move past just trading my time for money, But yeah, basically, I'm at this position right now where do I keep going down that hill and seeing whether I continue being one of the top 1%ers, because right now I'm like one of the top 1%ers for how much a barber earns in a month, but I don't know, would I also be a top 1% barbershop? Does that still translate? Does being a really good barber mean I'm gonna be a really good barbershop owner? And would that top 1% barbershop owner, would that even be worth the amount of time I'm putting into it, rather than just completely pivoting towards something else? You know what I'm saying? I have other passions. Do I stick here where I'm at with cutting hair and push this needle forward? Or do I leverage what I've already built with this career in cutting hair to now just be a cash cow that I can use to invest into whatever comes next? You know what I'm saying? Like, take the savings I've built up, take the income that I'm currently making per month, and slowly shift towards something completely different than what I'm doing right now. If I completely shift it and I go into finance or whatever the case, whatever I end up doing, you know what I'm saying? Is that gonna be, one, better for me strategically? Probably. But if I do that, and all I ever did with barbering was what I've done so far, will I feel something towards that? And then thirdly, does it even freaking matter if I do feel something towards that? Or do we just need to make the best logical decision, right? So the stage I'm at right now is trying to figure out, one, is it a logical decision to go any further into barbering than where I'm at right now? Right? I'm about to move into a new suite, and I guess that is at least moving into barbering a little further, because I am taking on some more overhead now, and that's $700 a month, which isn't much. Again, with what I make, the margins are pretty crazy still, right? Again, I don't know how to put margins though, once it's like, it's also all my time going in, so I don't know what that is really, honestly. But I'm gonna be all right, $10K a month and you're paying $700 for rent, that's gonna be perfectly fine, right? But do I take it any further than that? And would it be logical to take it any further than that? Or do I find this great position that I'm in, this objectively great position I'm in right now, and do I just get back in school, shift down my workload a little bit to where I'm making about $7K a month, get my degree, and see where a career in finance will take me, and continue continue like on free time cutting hair and just using that as an extra, some extra income on the side, and not just completely make this shift in my career, right? So I don't know, I told myself I'm gonna give myself this year to really figure that out. I'm 26 right now. Realistically, I'm cool with being 27, finishing out my last 2 years of school and graduating at 29, as long as I have a pretty big cash buffer, which I have been building. So You know what I'm saying? Like that would justify that for me, for being so late to getting the degree. That would justify that, and being so late into trying to get into a new career, that would justify it for me if I'm in a very good position financially that most people at that age would not be at, right? And not to say that it's, you know, competing against anybody, but I do know that I have my specific goals on where I'm trying to end up by the time I'm 35. And yeah, I need to reach them, right? So I'm really just, it's more about like, I'm trying to reverse engineer this. I went ahead and just mapped out my dream reality, and I'm reverse engineering it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get to that perfect reality for me at like 45, 50, but there's stages to this. So there's somewhere, because of where I'm trying to get at 50, there's somewhere that I need to be by 45. And there's also somewhere I need to be by 40, and there's also somewhere that I need to be by 35. And then before 35, it seems like it's pretty open on how I get there. I just need to get there, right? And basically I need to figure out now, is the vehicle I'm in gonna get me there at the most efficient rate possible? Or is it time to trade in this Honda for something else that's gonna get me there faster, but could be more risky? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, however you want to use that analogy, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best possible way that I can get to go number 2, or to phase number 2, right? Or in phase 1, do I continue going straight on this path of barbering, or do I take a pit stop and redirect and see if we can get there a little faster through a shortcut? Not necessarily a shortcut, but just a shift. Right, so that's where I'm at. And honestly, that's what this page is gonna be about. I'm thinking that there's a lot of other people like me. Excuse me. But I'm thinking there's a lot of other people like me. I think there's probably way more people than I could imagine that are in a similar position, or maybe even the same position as me, that are searching it up on YouTube. Because I know I've been searching it up on YouTube, you know, like how much do shop owners make? How much when I was coming up, how much can I expect to make from cutting hair? You know what I'm saying, full time? Like, these are all questions that I was just looking all over the internet for, and it doesn't feel like there's too many people that are sitting down and really showing the numbers. And I'm not scared of nothing, guys. So I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys, and you guys are gonna see everything that I see. Honestly, truthfully, I believe that barbering is one of the best things an 18-year-old can do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can get your license by the time you graduate high school, which is happening now in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about your state. And that's kind of part of the reason why I'm moving from Kentucky to Indiana. I just see that the laws here around barbering are gonna be way easier for me, and not easier in a like just trying to cut corners way, but easier for me to actually create the change I want to change. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to offer young people a pathway into entrepreneurship and freedom that doesn't take more debt, in turn, you know, less freedom to get there. It just doesn't make sense to me. It never has, and I wish this was an option for myself growing up. And you know, when I was in high school and trying to figure out where I wanted to go to college, why I wanted to go to college, what I was going to go to college for, I just wish somebody could have been there and just said, well, if all you really want is to be able to invest at some point and to create your own freedom, you know, through using money to make money, then all you really need is a heavy cash flow business at a young age. Oh my gosh. And maybe the best way to do that is not take on a bunch of debt and go to college just to get a job that's going to make you about 60 to 80K, and it's probably not going to exist in 5 years. It just doesn't make sense, guys. It really doesn't. And I don't know, I really wish somebody was there who was like, man, I can teach you how to be a barber, and in 2 years you can be making 50K. In 3 years you can be making 75K. And in 4 years I can have you making 100K. And it's not based on if you're like supernaturally talented or not, I don't even think that exists for real. Like maybe it does. Some people do seem to be a little better than the rest of us. But honestly, like if you pay attention to detail and you just learn the system, because it's literally just following a system. The worst thing about barber school is the fact that there is no system. You know what I'm saying? But if you could just learn a system that teaches you that you can apply to every haircut, you know what I'm saying? And you're able to execute that system flawlessly every time, you gain consistency. And once you gain consistency, you have a business model. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a business model, we can scale the business model. But we need consistency, and you get consistency through systems, right? So, yeah. I get on tangents. You guys are going to see that through this YouTube channel. Like, I'll start talking about one thing, and I'm answering that, but then that brings me to a whole new thought that's really important that I need you guys to hear, you know? And then that takes me to another thought, and then we're all the way over here when the video was probably supposed to be about this, but that's why I kind of decided I'm gonna do this page in this format anyways, is so that I don't even have to try and be all orchestrated. Like, I'm just gonna set this camera up, I'm gonna record myself yapping at you guys about what's going on in my life and how I'm trying to figure all this out so that I can create the best business model possible for barbering and see if it's more efficient or less efficient than just doing something else. I'm trying to make sure barbering is worth my time and in turn your time, so I'm trying to make sure if it's worth our time. So I mean, just, you know what I'm saying, if that sounds like something that you want to tap into, just press the subscribe button and watch my content, because that's literally what it's going to be, guys. I'm not trying to get rich off content. I'm not trying to get rich off courses. You know, I'm not going to sell you a course ever, guys. Like, just everything of value that I will ever have to offer you will be available to you on YouTube for free. Just hit subscribe. Like, I promise I can vouch for that right now, because I would not feel comfortable selling you a course on something that I don't know works yet. Why would I sell you a course? You know what I'm saying? The whole point of this page is for you to figure out if barbering is worth it for the average dude. Not even for the average dude. Barbering is worth it for the average dude. Let me get that first out very clear. Pin that. Barbering is worth it for the average dude. Like, if you want to be middle class and do all right, you know what I'm saying, have a pretty good amount of freedom for what you're making, be a barber. But is barbering worth it for an entrepreneurial minded person? You know what I'm saying? Like, someone who really could succeed anywhere entrepreneurially. Is barbering worth your time? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm going to figure out, because I think I can succeed anywhere. And by golly, like, by the end of this page, you will see me succeed, whether it's in barbering or not, because this is just going to keep following. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep doing this. That's the plan, because you guys are going to help me be accountable, and I need to quit slowing down. Guys, I get on these like momentum spins where I'm just grinding. It seems like a lot of stuff happens in like 6 months, and then I'm like, all right, that was cool. Let's chill out for a bit, and I just chill out for about 2 years and enjoy the new place I'm in. And then I grind hard for about 6 months again, and you know what I'm saying? It seems like everything I've done in my career so far, and I've been cutting hair since, you know, I was like in high school. You know what I'm saying? So everything I've done since high school has really amounted to about 2 years probably of purely focused time. And oh my gosh, guys, I'm gaining mental clarity now. My what's the word? My frontal lobe has yeah, I'm frontal lobed up. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm frontal lobed up and stuff, I'm mad kind of at the time that I spent just comfortable, but I'm also amazed at the fact that me being slightly focused, partially focused with a whole lot of chilling out and coasting has put me in a position that's pretty good to be in. You know, honestly, like I'm not mad at the position I'm in. I'm mad at the effort, the lack of effort that it took me to get into this position, but I'm not mad at the position I'm in, which makes me optimistic for the fact that if I can just get to a point where I'm proud of the amount of effort I'm putting in, pretty sure this stuff can get pretty lucrative pretty quick, right? So yeah, I don't know. If you feel in any way similar to me, like if you feel like you're relating to the things I'm saying right now, bro, just literally subscribe and watch my videos when they come out, bro. And we're gonna figure this out together. Honestly, like we're just gonna figure this out together. I want you guys commenting like a lot. Like I'm really leaning. The whole point I'm making this again, like everything anybody does is mostly selfish. And my selfish point here is that I need advice. I need a community. I cannot find a community for the life of me that is like the same mindset as me. I'm looking into that, but let's form one. You know what I'm saying? Let's form one, and like I said, for free. Like where I'm not trying to sell you nothing because I don't got nothing to sell you. I'm just gonna succeed and fail in front of you, and hopefully you guys, you know what I'm saying, from the successes, like let me be 3 to 5 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let me fail before you fail so you don't have to fail how I did. But when I succeed, go do what I did so you can succeed. And y'all probably catch up with me faster than I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. Like I'll probably do whatever is the next phase here and figure it out. And you guys will be right there with me because of the fact that you don't have to fail. You know what I'm saying? Just watch. Just watch me fail. I'm gonna fail. I promise. I will not succeed every time because I don't have some 5-year step-by-step blueprint. I've got concepts of a pretty good plan though. But I do not have the step-by-step blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm gonna fail. I'm like trying to walk straight while blindfolded. Like I know pretty much where I'm headed. But I might, you know what I'm saying, miss a couple steps. And that's all right. That's going to be cool, bro, because that's going to be the learning moments that allow us to earn more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, I'm not selling you on anything. Just if you want to watch me fail and laugh at me, or if you want to watch me fail and get motivated, you know, from those failures alongside with me, and then you want to watch me succeed and be happy for me or whatever, or again, motivated to do the same, then tap on in, man. Like, that's what we're on. For real. Like, this is going to be full transparency all the time. That might be what I call this, for like full transparency or truth. Truth might be it. I might call it truth. All right, so what you can expect from this channel is real numbers, my expenses, my mistakes, my slow weeks, my thought process behind ownership, my thought process behind entrepreneurship. Why are those different? You know, like just all of it. This is just gonna be a completely transparent channel. At the end of the day, I'm just a dude that's trying to gain some freedom. That's the truth of it. You know, this is day 0. I'm about to leave this suite. Over this week, I'll be moving into the new suite. Again, so I'm moving out of the spare bedroom suite and I'm moving into a suite that's, you know, outside of my crib. Moving in with my girlfriend and everything, so we're having some I don't know, just new experiences, man. And yeah, this is what it is for now. I've got visions to build something way bigger. And I'm gonna document the whole thing.